President Franklin D. Roosevelt's goal was to restore prosperity to Americans during the Great Depression. By doing this, he created a series of projects and programs called the New Deal. In October of 1929, the stock markets crashed, marking the start of the Great Depression. March 4, 1933 was the day President Roosevelt took over presidency. At this point, a quarter of the nation's workforce was jobless. 250,000 families failed to pay their mortgages the previous year. And since 1929, about 9,000 banks holding the savings of 27 million families had failed, and farm foreclosures were averaging 20,000 a month. In Franklin Roosevelt's first inauguration address, he stated, "This nation asks for action and action now." And he did just that. The next day, FDR declared a 4-day bank break to stop people from withdrawing their money from unstable banks. Then on March 9th, Congress passed Roosevelt's Emergency Banking Act. This act reorganized the banks and closed the ones that were bankrupt. Just 3 days later, Roosevelt urged Americans to put their money back into the bank, and by the end of the month, almost 75% of the banks reopened. During Roosevelt's first 100 days in office, he passed 15 major bills to reshape each aspect of the economy. Some of the many federal agencies and programs the legislation implemented were the Civilian Conservation Corps, the Federal Emergency Relief Act, the Agricultural Adjustment Act, the Tennessee Valley Authority, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, and the National Recovery Administration. April 8, 1935 marked the beginning of the Second New Deal, where Congress established the Works Program Administration, the National Labor Relations Act, and the Social Security Act. In May 1937, the United States economy lapsed into a severe recession that lasted 13 months, which ended on June 25, 1938, when President Roosevelt signed the Fair Labor Standards Act, which established a minimum wage and maximum hours. This law was the final legislation of the New Deal.